One of the largest vintage events of the year, 209 players, Vintage Showcase. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the third and final showcase event of 2025. Again, top 8 of this event get to play in the qualifier. Usually 35 or so players, where first place in the qualifier gets you a Pro Tour invite and a Mox invite and a chance to play for lots of money and worlds. So, high stakes vintage action today. This is the last showcase of the season, so there's going to be a lot of players. We're already up at 192. We'll probably end up with over 200 players for this event, making it one of the largest vintage events of the whole year. There will be some last chance qualifiers after this. Don't know how many of those I'll stream or how many I'll record, but hopefully we can just get the top 8 here and not have to worry about it. I have a nice teched out Lurrus PO deck with stock up for this event. I haven't really seen anything around the format that makes me want to play a different deck. There's some interest in my mind about doing tinker things with Karn and Citadel, but I didn't really come through to any conclusions there that made me want to switch. So this is basically a teched out stock up PO list. It's not very different from the previous list that we played. I am opting to go for a couple more flusters in the main this time. We're going back to 2 Thunder Trap trainers for a little bit more redundancy. So things are a little bit like, 1 momentum breaker instead of 2 trainer, or instead of 1 trainer, 2 momentum breaker. I'm swapping out a bauble for a Soul Guide Lantern just to hedge against Breach and Dredge. I don't really think the bauble is like that good in this deck. I know Monkey usually plays a ton of baubles, but I don't really think the baubles are exactly where I'd like to be, and this is going to give me a little bit more power. It's also going to free up a sideboard slot where we do have a second Bowmaster waiting to fix up the Raker Shops matchup and other things like it. I did swap the Dress Down and the Flusterstorm so that we're a little bit heavier towards stock ups and other blue decks, and a little lighter towards creature decks. But post board, we still have lots of good answers for creature decks. So yeah, this is not like a crazy departure from what I've been playing publicly on stream. Just a few little tweaks for the upcoming metagame, and we'll see how we do. It's going to be a long day, lots of vintage, and we're going to try to get only 1 loss in the 8 or 9 rounds that we play today. So I'll see you in round 1. The legendary NYSE Open returns to Long Island in New York. This 9th installment will be a 15 proxy, $500 entry fee tournament where the top 8 will return home with 8 pieces of real unlimited power. Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, and all 5 Moxens will be part of this celebration of vintage. At 100 players, there'll be an additional wacky draft with classic booster packs from Ice Age to Onslaught, the NYC trophy, Karn altars, $1,000 in giveaways, dealers, and much, much more. Check out the link below for all the details. I hope to see you there. Let's battle. All right, welcome to round 1 of 8. We ended up with 209 players for this vintage event, just under the 9-rounder. So we're looking to go 7-1 to clinch our spot in the top 8 and to play in the qualifier event. So I'm on the play versus Phaser. I have a cat. Let's begin. Looks like they also will have a cat. Now, cat is a little bit less of a tell recently than it was previous metagames. Used to just mean control, but now it can be Lurrus Breach, Lurrus PO, Esper, Blue-Black, or Deathrite Shaman control decks. This hand looks acceptable. We're going to start with a probe, see exactly what our opponent's working with, and then choose whether we want to just go Merchant Ancestral. Merchant Ancestral has a lot of power because we do have the Snapcaster Mage to flash back the Ancestral later. Oh, I don't think I'm ever mulliganing this hand in general. Like, even if it was like a combo deck per se, you could always scroll for a force here and try to play a little bit of a longer game. You could do something like probe your opponent, snap probe your opponent, scroll for a force. There's actually a lot of versatility in this hand based on the 2 cards that we have. So I'm pretty glad we're not doing 9 rounds. 9 rounds is a really long time. But 209 players is really sweet. Who got the buy? Who is the lucky player with the buy? That's what I want to know. TCEDK2. All right. Congratulations, TCEDK2. All right. Let's see what we can do. I'm pretty awake today, so I'm hoping that will help us jumpstart into this event. We've got, so it is Control. They have Lotus, Bauble, Wasteland, Watery Grave, Pearl, Sewers, Ancestral. So we just need to figure out what we want to do with this turn. I am interested in Lotus, Scroll, Ancestral, and because I have Snapcaster Mage, and I'm hoping my Ancestral will find me like a Force and a Mox, but maybe that's greedy. I could always go Lotus stock up. I could go Merchant for Mental Misstep and play a Thunder Trap Trainer. But the thing that is drawing me to Ancestral is because we have this Snapcaster Mage. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Oh, wow. I drew no Moxen, no Force. That is pretty bad. Huh. Because now I'm actually in a lot of trouble because my opponent just gets to resolve their spells. They also can just go for Lurrus Lotus as well. Maybe I overestimated myself here. Maybe I just needed to cast something a little bit more safe. Because my opponent has almost enough to go Lurrus Lotus. Not yet. They went Watery Grave and they took the damage. And then they played a Bauble. Interesting. I don't know. I just feel like I'm supposed to go Ancestral because I have a Snapcaster, right? Doesn't that make sense? But maybe I don't need to because I have a stock up. And instead, I should just go like Thunder Trap Trainer. I'm going to draw because I have Mental Misstep and 5 Forces for this. I think it's enough. Nope. I didn't even hit a Mox or anything. I just hit another PO. Wow. I am very scared about this game now. I think we're actually in a bad spot. I don't know. I don't really know. Like, I could have made other choices, but it just felt like it was the right choice. But, I'm pretty worried now. I don't know. I don't really know what I was supposed to, if I was supposed to do something differently there. Let's get a trainer and try to get like a Force, maybe. Well, it's less about resolving Thunder Trap Trainer and more about like Merchant scrolling for a counter spell, right? I mean, obviously, like our Ancestral drew us like action, action, action. Holy shit, the Mental Misstep. I mean, it's too late for the Mental Misstep. So I guess it's just mana. Okay. Oh, I'm so worried. We have a lot of cards still, but I think we're like behind, right? They can just play a Wasteland, play Lurrus, rebuy Bauble. Yeah, I think we just need a bunch of Moxen. That's true. But like the problem is now they can probably counter our draw spells. Like obviously we don't know what their Ancestral drew them, but I don't know. Because like we could have played that more conservatively is basically what I'm saying. We played that pretty much as aggressively as possible, and I could have definitely played it more conservatively. Psychic Frog instead of Lurrus Lotus. Interesting. I don't know what that means. Can't imagine ever playing a Psychic Frog there instead of Lurrus Lotus unless maybe they have a negation that they want to hard cast. But then you would... Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Chain of Vapor. Guess I should play around a Spell Pierce or something. But I want to not play the Wasteland land. They could have Bowmaster here as well. Like double Bowmaster. I'm gonna cast Stock Up. This can get flustered now, but I can't get Spell Pierced. And I still have things to do with my mana. They're gonna force my Stock Up. Pitching Treasure Cruise. Okay. I think I'm going to chain this Psychic Frog. I think it's just... I don't want to lose any of my lands, but I think I could just tempo here. I think Frog is just like a little annoying, and it makes their like Force of Will a lot better that they just used. And if they want to counter this with whatever they want to do, that's fine. All right, so their hand is Frog, Wasteland, Undercity Sewers, and 2 unknowns. It's not that bad. Also, they spent like in the entire last turn like playing a land instead of a Wasteland, and then playing a Frog instead. Here's the Wasteland. Wasteland's a huge problem for us. We just don't have any mana. We just like didn't hit Moxen, right? That's like the biggest problem. Blue, white. Buy Lurrus, play Lurrus. Loop Bobble. Is it finally time? I think I'm supposed to natural draw again here for a force. Not natural draw, but like top blind draw for a force. If I don't do this, yeah, that's fine. Demonic Tutor. All right. I don't even have like good things to tutor for. If I had naturally drawn this, I could have at least gotten Academy. Oh wait, they got Black Lotus back? That must mean they have a negation, right? Or they have a Bowmaster. One of the two. I feel like this has to be Saga. See if they have negation. Nothing has really gone right in this game. Like, we never even hit the mana to, like, snap an Ancestral. Not that we would against, like, possible Bowmaster, but they have days? Alright, okay. Things are very bad. I kind of assume they had a days in their list just based on, like, what's happening, but... I don't know. Basically, everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. But again, I don't know. It just feels like it was all about this Merchant Scroll play that I chose to make. But I feel like I'd make it again, you know? They drew a second Wasteland. I don't know. It's not like my opponent drew a lot of cards this game either. We've drawn more cards than our opponent. It just kind of seems like their cards have been better. Like, they didn't have to tutor for an Ancestral. They just had the Ancestral. Like, our hands were fairly similar, but mine was like a lot more powerful. It just somehow afterwards, it doesn't feel like it was more powerful, you know? It's just like the style of deck. Like Watery Grave, it's like pushing for a very heavy blue-black deck that typically can contain dazes, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, but we just like got wastelanded again, so I don't really think we can even come back from this. I guess Mana Crypt is our best draw. We draw the Mox Pearl now. I think they have a Bowmaster is actually what I think they have, which means I don't really see us winning this game. I don't know. Did I make the wrong choice on like turn one? Like, was a merchant for an ancestral just not a good enough play? Like, I could have stock upped, would have gone 5 deep instead of drawing 3. Would have been less cards, but better selection. It just like felt like the right play to make, but 3 cards can be 3 bad cards. Sure. Yeah, I don't see us coming out of this. Like, opponent's hand was good, but it wasn't that good. Like, maybe, like, if I just merchant for a misstep or a force, like, am I going to be in a better spot? Like, I feel like I am. But it's, like, kind of weird, right? Because if I do, if I go merchant for a misstep or a force, like, they know about it because it's revealed. Just feels awful compared to like just drawing and being like, we're the more powerful deck, right? But we're only the more powerful deck if we actually draw the Moxen, and we didn't draw any Moxen, so maybe it's just a bad play. I don't know. I'm still thinking about turn one in this game because it feels like it was the only thing that really mattered. Because after that, we just like didn't really have any chances to win because we were just so far behind on power and spells and mana. I need like to win the game on the spot, so like I never actually snapped back my ancestral in this game. Yeah, lots of things happened that were bad for us. I can agree with that. I don't know if there actually is a 2-card stock up combination that wins is the problem here. I don't think there is. And I still think they have a Bowmaster or a Negation, but I'm leaning towards they have a Bowmaster. I can't, like, if like, Academy doesn't work. That's part of the problem, is I have to play a land to do the thing. All right, so I'm going to snap an Ancestral and die. Because that can at least hit, like, Mox, Time Walk. See if they had Bowmaster or Negation. I'm interested to know. Bowmaster, sure. Or is it 2 Bowmaster? I guess I don't need to. I just don't understand. Like, oh wow, so close actually. If they have nothing in their hand here, this is actually super close, huh? Damn. I don't know. It feels like bad variance, but also it feels like a game we should have won. Like our hand was better than theirs. Don't know. We have too many cards that we want to play in this matchup. I used to take out a bunch of forces in this matchup, but I don't know if it's still viable. Their hand doesn't do nothing though. That's a misconception. Their hand had two plays, King. They had Ancestral and they had Lotus, Lurrus, Bauble Loop. So like if I go for a Mental Misstep or a Force of Will, I do need to find a second answer as well and hope they have no way of like drawing into protection. But like I had things to do, right? I had 2 lands and a trainer, so it's not like I didn't have things to do. So I don't know. I feel like just misevaluated how I was supposed to play my hand out. Instead of like going for combo oriented stuff, I should have maybe played a controlling role because my cards were more powerful than theirs. Like maybe that's the case. I don't want to like say that's the case for sure because it doesn't feel like I don't feel like I can draw that conclusion, but I'm gonna take out some of these cards. Some of them are just because I just need to find cards to take out, like Brainstorm and Lantern are both like fine cards. Some of them are bad in the matchup, like Negation and Tutor and like multiple Opals. We'll see. Right. I mean, that's what we're trying to evaluate. If I was just supposed to try to play Control from there. I also don't have to like Merchant first. I can lead Thundertrap Trainer and see what it finds me. Like if my Thundertrap Trainer finds me a Force, I can still like Merchant Ancestral, right? And then just do it on the next turn. I don't think I am supposed to cast Demonic here. So if I wait till next turn and I cast Demonic for a Crypt, but then I can't Flusterstorm. I can get Wastelanded, but then it would be fine. I'm gonna cast it. Oh, I think it's a Mana Crypt. I don't think it's a Sapphire. It's almost certainly a Mana Crypt. The fact that my opponent is even considering countering this is very odd. It's very odd. Sure, I guess so. It's really bad for me, though. You have a Spell Pierce? Like... Okay. Sure, this is a Ponder, right? Or are you going to hold up Bowmaster because you know I have PO? You have Lavinia? Oh, you have Time Walk. Okay. Probably getting Wastelanded then, right? Brainstorm. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Time Walk so your Brainstorm can have a fetch. It's like pretty hard to justify countering a Demonic Tutor when you can pass the turn and have Spell Pierce and Force. I don't think it's correct, no. Like they played, you know, Force pitching Spell Pierce. Like you have Wasteland. I don't think there's a pretty. I don't think there's a very good justification for countering Demonic Tutor there. I'm gonna play this Saga out. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. It's okay. Do our best. We actually do have Flusterstorm up now, which is kind of cool. Yep, makes sense. Kept it on top. Bowmaster. I feel like they have a lot of tells. Just the way they like pause and do things. Yeah, it's a good card to keep on top. Sure. Uh-huh. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. They kept in Fatal Push. Oh, man. It's so crazy. That's so unjustifiable. Okay. Sure. 1 card left in their hand. I mean, the good news is I think we're actually, like, in a pretty good chance to win this game, but we'll see. Man, I can't really play a Lurrus unless I draw Mox. I mean, what am I tapping them out of doing though? Like it's not actually helping me, right? Unless they have last card like second Bowmaster maybe. Why do you think Storm was 2? it was tapping them out. If I could have countered that, I would have countered that. Oh, they do have last card, second Bowmaster. Okay, okay, all right, my bad. I am so. This game has been something. I assume they're also going to top deck treasure Cruise here, right? This game's so bad, bro. It's so bad. Like, what is... there's just no justice at all. I can't believe they forced my starting DT, though. Okay. All right. So let's see. If I draw a Mox, I get to play Lurrus. It's not that good. Put Lurrus in hand. Also, they're a lot. Oh, okay. I like that. Stock up. I don't think we have the luck today. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be tough. Maybe a stock up is a really good draw for us. There's a lot of today left. Yeah, but like also if you lose one more match, you're out. So Vexing Bauble. Can't crack it, though. I'm gonna wait a turn here. My opponent has one card. They haven't bought Lurrus. They can't attack with these Bowmasters unless they have a third Bowmaster. Kind of need like a dress down now. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to eventually PO. I just don't think POing there was... I hope this is by Lurrus, okay? Okay. I'm gonna get my 3 lifelink in. Trying to figure out if I'm supposed to... use my academy or not. No, I mean, it's not, we're not locked. We just do the thing. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to use my academy or not. Like, we could very easily win off this draw 4. I don't think it's that big a deal. Take 8, it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to use my academy. Just go, stop texting me, mother. Try fetch, go to 10. I don't really want to fetch either. So if I were to draw any Moxen, then it's better to not tap Academy. If I were to draw 0 Moxen, it's better to tap Academy. I'm gonna tap Academy. The stock up is gonna have to be very good. So it would have been better if I hadn't tapped Academy, because I drew Soul Ring. So you can like save target and then put these on the stack. Can't Ancestral until I find a dress down. Oh, looks like they're F6'd. So we stock up. Because I can't Ancestral even if I sink one of these. Though I could theoretically like play a thing and sink this Arc Army. We did not board out Dress Down. We boarded Dress Down in from the sideboard. All right, I'm casting stock up. I hit Momentum Breaker, PO, Ruby, Top. Those cards are not good. Oh, those cards are not good. We could take... You need like a time walk or like these cards are just not good. Like, what if I take Ruby, Momentum Breaker, play Lurrus, fetch down to 2, Momentum Breaker? Then, if they hit a land, they can Lurrus, replay Bowmaster. I guess I don't have to play Lurrus if I do a bounce. No, a bounce doesn't work, chat. They still get to go Lurrus if they hit a mana source, Lurrus, replay Bowmaster. I guess I could not fetch, and I could just bounce this, and I could go to 1. And then I have to draw an out. So if I go Ruby top, bounce this, go to 1. That might be better. We also get a spin for like a time walk. But I can't draw the time walk. I guess I can. I can go to 1. It's so bad for me, though. I can't actually spin either. I can only play it. I guess it's better to just play this anyways, even though I can't use it. I mean, I have a lot of looks. I have 4 looks for like a stock up or something. Obviously, Dress Down is still incredible. This match has been very tilting, though. Somehow we're up on time after tanking there. Did you draw Lotus? Fatal Push your Bowmaster, Lotus, Lurrus, replay Bowmaster, kill me? Is that what happened here? I could have played Bobble if I thought you were going to draw Lotus. I'm supposed to play Bobble anyways. There's like no reason to play top. I have infinite mana. This is just a shit play. I need to play around my opponent drawing the best card in the situation. How many fatal pushes they leave in? They left in 2 fatal pushes against my no creature deck. Come on, man. It doesn't make it's so bad. But it's worse. I mean, the worst play is I just made the wrong play, right? This match was so gross. I can't even see. I want to see my cards, man. I don't know. There's so many different things about this match. Maybe there was something better. No, but like like the problem with playing a bobble is I can't crack a bobble. But like, because I can't spin, there's no reason to play as top. I mean, it saves me 1 mana next turn, but like, do I need to save mana? The only reason I would need to save mana is if they draw Wasteland, right? I don't need to upkeep top. What upkeep top doesn't? Oh, I guess I do need to upkeep top because I can't draw with my top. So I do need to upkeep top spin. You're right. But I mean, I have the mana to upkeep. Oh, but I have to play it. Okay. You know, no. Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't. Maybe I can't ever play bobble here. I always have to play top because I have to upkeep spin because I can't draw with my top. You're right. No, this is correct. This is fine. It's just unlucky my opponent drew Black Lotus there and had a second Fatal Push in their deck for some reason. I feel like my opponent boarded so poorly, but it lined up really well. This has happened a couple times now, right? Like in the Creator Showcase, I got Steel Sabotage in a spot where there was no business being a Steel Sabotage in the deck. No, I mean, this is right. Playing a top is right. I shouldn't beat myself over the correct plays. Just this is unfortunate. We'll try to get him in the next one. But like that spot is you're just never countering that DT, right? All right, welcome to round. Are you ever countering this DT? Spell Pierce, Force, Wasteland, but like Bowmaster, Mox. Like, I guess if you think I'm going to untap and go with Flusterstorm, right? But like you have Wasteland and clearly have Bowmaster and clearly have Spell Pierce. Like what are we worried about on this DT that we have to force pitching Spell Pierce? You don't like always counter the cards from Tutor's Bathrobe because there's a lot of nuance there. Like if they have a negation as their only spell and I take an Ancestral and play on their upkeep, if I have a Flusterstorm, you know, like on the next turn I can have Ancestral and Flusterstorm. If I get a Urza Saga, they can't counter an Urza Saga. But like they have all the answers. They have Mox, Bowmaster, Wasteland, Spell Pierce. Like they have every answer. I just like feel like I could never counter that DT there from that spot. Yeah, there are reasons. I'm not saying there are no reasons. I'm trying to say like the fact that this is so bad for me. The fact that my opponent had a push here, like I actually am still winning this game if I'm not pushed here, right? Like they can't beat a 3/3 on the board. I guess like they can attack with this because they have another Bowmaster, but they didn't even do that. Like they just held the Bowmaster and didn't even get the extra damage in. Because like I'm not pressured at all. And then they ripped the Ancestral. I forgot about that. Like I'm not actually pressured if I have a 3/3 in play that gets bigger every time I get draw another Mox in. I mean, not having stock ups here is really bad. Like I had all the mana in the world. I did tap this Academy and I lost mana. How much mana did I lose from that? I lost 2 mana from that. Actually, that might have lost the game. Let's look at this a second. So if I had instead just used these 4 mana to PO, I would have had an Academy still. And then after this, so like my only land is Academy. So then I have 1, play this, play this, play this. I have 1 extra mana, 4 mana, 5 mana. So I'd have 5 mana. And I would also have the ability to make the stock up mana with this Opal. So I wouldn't even have to attack. I mean, I think I lost this game by tapping my Academy. Right? Did I lose this game by tapping my Academy? It seems like I did, right? So I would have... I could use... Oh, wait, no. I wouldn't be able to tap stock up, right? Because I would only have 1 mana floating... I only have 1 mana floating. If I don't cast Bauble, I could cast stock up. And then it's still a 3 mana. I could hit Ruby. But then if I don't actually have... I still have this fetch land, so I could still get a black source. But then I would have to use Opal, Lurrus. Maybe I was just like traumatized from game 1. If I find... I mean, I don't really have multiple Bowmaster answers, really. I could have like Chain, and I could have Sink, and I could have Dress Down, like, because I don't really have Dismember from this spot. Though I guess I could have Dismember from this spot, but because I can't like pass the turn into this without removing this 10/10, it's like kind of bad. I also just like didn't find Time Walk. I don't know. I think I had a lot of really good hits, but these were not them. Yeah, that's really bad. All right, so like, what about this game here? Am I really supposed to go Thunder Trap Trainer? Like, just start Thunder Trap Trainer. Is that what I'm supposed to do here? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just supposed to go Thunder Trap Trainer, see if we can hit a Mox. Then I can go Merchant Scroll for a Mental Misstep and play a top out. I just feel like stock up first can't be right when I have a Snapcaster in my hand, right? Like, shouldn't Ancestral be better? I feel like Ancestral should be better than casting stock up here. But I have a Snapcaster Mage, right? But like, maybe I just am over evaluating having a Snapcaster Mage because I have a stock up, so. It's not. It's very different from Ponder Preordained to be. Well, the problem is if I miss on my trainer for a Mox, I actually just lose, right? Like, I actually can't get a misstep if I miss on my trainer. Like, if I miss on my trainer, I have to go Merchant Scroll Ancestral and hope my Ancestral resolves on the next turn, which is crazy. Like, nah, I can't cast trainer here. Like, if this trainer does not hit a Mox, you just lose the game on the spot. Because your opponent's going to resolve an Ancestral Recall, what's the chance you're resolving your Ancestral Recall? And then I guess if you like want to blank out both Ancestral Recall with your Merchant Scroll, it means I have no mana and I have a trainer in one land and like no other way. So it can't be that. I should have been recording all this, but maybe I can pull it from the stream. I don't know. This round's going to be the test of my mental. How much has my mental improved? What was the play we made? I went Merchant Ancestral and I Ancestraled into like stock up land or something. And then I slowly got destroyed because my opponent had more mana than me. And they resolved their Ancestral Recall, and then they Wastelanded me twice, and it was bad. And then I got this. I just don't think I can wait on this. Like, I can't wait on this DT, right? Like, there's just no way I can wait on this DT. I just have to cast it and hope my opponent doesn't force it. And then they wastelanded my Underground Sea and got Sawgood, but then they scryed and found a second wasteland. And then they had Fatal Push for Constructs. And then they top decked Ancestral on 0 cards. And I actually couldn't Flusterstorm it because they had 3 mana. I mean, so like, I can stock up and miss here too, right? But like, so like my line of thinking was I had so many good cards to hit that I would rather have just 3 random cards because if I draw any Force, any Moxen, it's all good. Any like Land, Force, and Moxen are all good, right? So I'd rather have 3 random cards here, and I'd have the ability to later go snap Ancestral. Where if I have to take a stock up, like I'm pretty pressed. I'm pretty pressed between taking, like, if I'm stocking up, right, I can only get 2 cards. Like, what cards am I taking? Like, I really need mana. Like, I'm probably forced to take any Moxen. Like, if it's Moxen, then I am always taking Moxen, even though I won't, like say it's Ruby Emerald, like, I can't even Merchant Ancestral after that. Like, if it's Land Force, like, is that... I don't know. It doesn't seem right. It just, I feel like this is the correct play and I just got punished. I think. But like, the thing is, I don't know. Which is why we're discussing it. I don't know the answer. I just think I know the answer. So I'm saying it out loud. All right, here we go. Round 2. See if we can't recover and win 7 straight. We got MTGO Grinder here. And it's a Lurrus battle, so we've actually got a pretty similar hand to our last time. We're on the draw. It's not great, but can't really put this back against Lurrus. Matches up fairly well against most of the things they're doing. I mean, this time we don't have a Black Lotus, so it's a little worse. Slightly worse. Sure, F6. Oh no, not like this. Maybe Underground Sea Frog. It's hard to play a frog on turn 1, but not impossible. That's not bad. Just Bobble Lantern Crack? That was an anemic hand. Wow. Okay, I mean, lots of worse things have happened in my life, in my time. I don't think I'm gonna get a basic, even though they know I have a Saga. I just want to assuredly have some mana in this game. That was not the end of the world. Agreed. Bowmaster does make my merchant scroll a lot worse. And my PO a lot worse. I'm gonna hold up Ambush Viper and push towards constructs. I guess they have an answer. It's kind of unfortunate, but push. I guess that means one of my constructs doesn't get pushed. Nope. Vexing Bobble. Good check. Treasure Cruise? Treasure Cruise? What a beast. All right. That's pretty good. Wasteland my Saga? All right. I didn't get my Saga wastelanded. It's good for the home team. I am still just supposed to make constructs, though. Yeah, I mean, second Bowmaster would have been very bad for me. I agree. But I don't think I can play around that. If they hadn't attacked with Bowmaster, I would have just cycled Lorien. I don't have to, like, play my random snap there. All right. Another Fatal Push, then. Oh. Just a second Bowmaster. Sure. That's a trade I'm willing to make. There's like some upside here to having my own Soul Guide Lantern. But I also just kind of need mana, right? I can cast an uncounterable stock up this turn, so Let's just go Soul Ring. I'm gonna need to crack this bobble. The question is, do I want both of my Moxen, or do I want a Force and a Moxen? Probably a Jet and a Will. It feels really weird doing that with a bobble in play, but yeah. We'll get there eventually. Also, I can just like keep casting stock ups and stuff, so. You're representing a third Bowmaster that will tap you out again. Yeah, 2 Flusters in the main. I don't really want them to cast out on their Bowmaster is the problem. But I feel like it's fine. I guess I lose a mana for this, so maybe it's not fine. Hmm. They're just like not drawing any mana, and I have a bobble, so they can't counter any of my spells. Can I get like Lurrus with a Flusterstorm? Maybe not. It's hard for me to crack bobble now though with 2 Bowmasters. I also actually don't have double black. I guess I do have double black. I can Lorien Revealed for a black. So this is 2 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana. So I could play Lurrus here. I just can't protect it, right? They would have to find Fatal Push and a way to trigger Fatal Push. I could just cast stock up and not worry about it. Just keep going even deeper. Like I can just find a Vault Key pretty easily, right? I'm not actually pressured. Trainer and more Moxen. Trainer's good. It just blocks everything. I don't know what my other card is. Maybe Sapphire. Maybe I just want PO. So when I do crack it. One, two, three. It's a blue card for Force, but I don't know. So I can't Merchant for a Fluster here and do everything I want to do. Because I'm probably going to play this Undercity Sewers. So I'm just going to cast this Trainer. And I'm going to get Time Vault, Time Walk, Black Lotus. Like I want Time Vault, but I think Time Walk is going to do more for me. I don't think I need that. There's a good chance I crack my bobble next turn here. But the problem is, like, I don't really want to PO into this. Like, I can if I want. If I can PO into this, but I don't need to PO into this. Like, I obviously have Moxen, but... I was wondering if they were going to target me here. I'll certainly get them to Wasteland, which is a problem. They've actually dug deeper than I did in this game, which is interesting. I guess they did a lot of, like, self-cantrip stuff. I was thinking, like, if they can't counter the Lurrus, I can do, like, Lurrus and Time Walk. But then, like, I don't actually know. Like, I don't have the Dress Down in the main, right? So, like, the Bowmasters are actually kind of annoying. We're Fatal Pushing it to get in there. Sure. Saga Gaming, sure. This is definitely a spot where I'd love to just have the dress down in the main. Like, I can chain one of these if I want a PO. But I kind of need to Mox first. I mean, at the very least, I can resolve Lurrus and resolve Time Walk. And then make choices. I think I want to fetch now as well. Oh, I also have Thunder Trap Trainer to rebuy with... Oh, that should just do it then. I should just rebuy Thunder Trap Trainer. I kind of forgot about that one. I also have Snap stock up and stuff. Okay. I guess this plan was really good. This plan is, like, super good. This plan is unreal good, actually. Never mind. I don't need a PO or anything. This Vexing Bobble is just, like, making my opponent's deck useless. So I feel like we should start by Snap Time Walking. And then we do the trainer. Gains me a bunch of life, too. I can also Merchant Scroll this turn. What am I Merchant Scrolling for, though? Flusterstorm. Sink into Stupor. Ancestral. And I just, like, don't even think we would need to bounce anymore. I feel like we just need to protect our things. I just, like, don't think we actually have to do drawing of any kind in this game. I think we just play better cards because we have more mana. Okay, that has no targets. I'll take a Time Vault. Soul Guide Lantern, or oh, I guess I take Demonic Tutor. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's make an attack. And then I'll time... They shouldn't have any ways in the main. So I think it's better just play this for more mana next turn. Should I just play this Flooded Strand out? Guess so. I can act like I still have mana sources in my deck. So now they have to counter this Demonic Tutor key, but they can't use negations and forces and stuff. And I have infinite mana and Flusterstorm. Yeah. Looks like it looks pretty one to me. This Vexing Bobble this game was incredible. And this is what I'm like... This is what I'm saying, like... Vexing Bobble completely shuts off my opponent's entire deck. And people were playing Vexing Bobbles in this deck. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. So I guess they could have Hardcast Mental Misstep, but we have Hardcast Force at this point, so... They found the Wasteland anyways. I thought they were going to DC for Wasteland. It only makes like 3 mana on you. Anyway, I guess now I don't have Hardcast Force, so if they have the Mental Misstep now, that would stop me. But also, like, do I care? Also, I can replay it with Lurrus. Also, I have a Yogg Will. Well, I guess I'll play a Yogwill first. That seems fun. All right. I mean, that game felt really good. I actually think that this matchup is favored. It's not like a huge amount favored, but I do like my Lurrus PO deck into Lurrus Control. I just think you're doing better things in general. That was a pretty cool game 1 win though. What was the 6th card I was taking out, chat? Brainstorm. Oh. Don't call it a comeback. Been here for years. Trainer has been so good, actually. Like, that game was a perfect example of why Trainer is good. I mean, we didn't even PO it back, but like even just with Lurrus, Trainer was amazing there. I do think a lot of that game was kind of lucky because my opponent didn't have any more mana sources, but it's totally possible a bunch of their mana sources were Moxing and Lotus, and they just got stopped by Bobble. I guess it can't be Lotus because they had used Lotus on turn 1. Could have been Moxin though. But maybe they don't have that much Moxin. Maybe they just didn't hit any lands and they lost because they had bad variants. It's possible. Certainly made it a lot easier for me that my opponent wasn't really able to cast spells on my turn. Do I bring in Force of Negation? Decks like Doomsday, Tinker, Jewel, Oops All Spells. This is a banger. Otter Wizards. Otter Wizards. Sapphire. Jet. Okay. All right, bug player. I see you. Frog. Okay. Sapphire, Jet, Frog. I like it. I like it. What do we want to do here? It's gonna get negated. It's kind of interesting if it did. What about this? All right, I got a question, chat. We got a question here. If I kick a Thunder Trap Trainer, I guess I don't have to. I could just Lorien Revealed as well, huh? I have 3 options. I have Trainer Lorien Revealed, I have Kick a Thunder Trap Trainer, and I have Lurrus Lotus Thunder Trap Trainer. And my opponent did pause on the Lotus. So like the Lorien Revealed seems like it's the worst option because of negation. If I were to kick a Thunder Trap Trainer, am I still going to be able to like recover and Lurrus in this game? I think it's possible. So I'm gonna try kicking a Thunder Trap Trainer here. No, I think I'm starting with a kicked Otter. If they want to force my Otter, I think that's a win. Maybe I should have cycled that. Maybe I could have gone 1 Otter. I don't know. I felt like 1 Otter was wrong, though. Okay, I should have cycled. My bad. My bad. Maybe this thing just overpowers me here. I don't want to cycle, though, because I can buy a Lurrus, and then... Oh, my God, am I getting dazed? I'm so stupid. Oh, I got Spell Pierced. Okay, that's fine. Because I can, like, Lurrus, buy back Lotus, and then play it. I don't want this. I feel like this is, like, way... It's, like, too little. I need to, like, draw some Moxen, right? Maybe this Frog is just, like, enough tempo that I can't come back from a turn 1 force, so maybe I have to go for normal trainer plus Lorien revealed. Interesting. I didn't consider that. Maybe I did have to go oh, stop it! Let me play the game! Oh, okay. I don't think I'm winning this game, chat. I don't think I'm winning this game. Yeah, I mean, Frog, they played it on turn 1 with Sapphire Jet. You can't do that in Legacy. It's very different. This is a good hand for my opponent. It seems like one of their best possible hands. Don't want to play this C first in case you draw another Wasteland, though. Don't know why they did that. Looks like they're holding up a negation. I think we're not making it out of here alive, but... I guess I'll play around another Spell Pierce. They're almost certainly holding up negation, right? There's no other reason you wouldn't buy Lurrus. I guess they could have another Bowmaster. I'm supposed to buy Lurrus here. I'm probably supposed to hold up in Opal as well. Could be another Bowmaster. Yeah, it's another Bowmaster. All right, well, I think I don't... I mean, I'd have to draw... I don't know. Dress down, maybe. I guess the only thing I'm thinking about in this game is maybe I was supposed to play the 1 mana Otter and then just make a play after that. Or the 2 mana Otter instead of the 6 mana Otter. Hogwill. I mean, I still could have negation, right? I think we're supposed to play Lurrus first because it's the highest value. All right. They have 3 mana Mystical Dispute. I've been beaten. Okay, so like that game, I don't know if I'm ever winning, but if I was winning, it might have been changing my turn 1 play. It was definitely one of the best possible hands from the opponent, though. Turn 1 Frog off of Moxen, double Wasteland, force. It's hard to ask for more than that. I mean, they wouldn't have... yeah. I don't know. I felt like... So I think the problem was... I think the play with the trainer makes sense if my opponent doesn't have a Frog drawing them a card every turn. And my play makes a lot less sense if they have a Frog drawing them a card every turn. Man, this sucks. I kind of want to... I think I'm just going to throw out a Naked Recall on their upkeep, even though I have this Flusterstorm, because there's like so many ways it goes bad for me if I wait. Most of them involve Moxen, so it's like not super likely, but it's totally possible. And I have a lot more action, so if they're just going to like throw down force, I think that's fine. Though I am going to need more mana, but I do have a Tensee's Top, so... All right, Ancestral Recall resolves. No Moxen. Did hit a land, though. I would like it if my Ancestral Recalls drew me the cards that I wanted. Is that possible? Is that a thing that could happen? It doesn't need to be triple DT. Can't it just be like 1 DT and 2 other cards? I'm just asking for a little, man. I just want a little bit back. throw me a bone here. Why not grab UC? Because I did not want to get wastelanded for this exact reason. I know about my Flusterstorm. I'm playing Misty, even though it's bad to use now with my top, because I don't want to be wastelanded. Frog. Yes, I care. I very much care. Like, them wastelanding me there is not good for me. I very much care. These are really good, but do I want to force this frog? I guess is a question we could ask ourselves here. I really don't want to force frog. I want to snap Ancestral with Flusterstorm back up. I don't care about a frog. I think we have enough mana in this game now. I really hope I don't get mental misstepped, but I do think snapping an Ancestral is here is better than stock up, because I want all the cards that are on top of my library. This is the kind of game that like showcases why I searched for the Ancestral in round 1. I'd rather use this Flusterstorm that they know about than to use a top draw to find the force. They pitched a force. All right, now I feel like we're in really good spot. We've got a bunch of mana. We've got another counter spell. We've got a bunch of draw spells. I like it. They do have a extra card every turn to their frog. And I am tapped out right now. I mean, Lurrus can beat every deck. That's kind of the point, right? It's a deck that has no like horrific matchups. It's a very Delver kind of deck. Blue-black Lurrus specifically is pretty bad against Oath, yes. But you can just play Esper Lurrus and then you no longer are bad against Oath for not too much problems. Booble. Okay. Look at my card. Sure. I don't even know what it is. Is it good? Blue. Ancestral Recall. I think I want to pitch a stock up for the... I might just pitch the sink. Yeah, I think I'd rather pitch the sink. Bowmaster? Okay. Well, I have no draw spells in my hand. Another fetch. Pretty sure I want to use the Mana Vault as plus mana. And then cast a Sock Up. Those are good. Saga Bowmaster. I don't think I'm trying to like use the Bowmaster to kill the frog or anything though, right? How much mana do I have? I feel like I just cash it in now and just kill a Bowmaster, right? Do I play around Daze? Because I wanted to kind of theoretically play a Time Vault right now before they know about my Saga. I hope I don't get dazed. I mean, this looks like a really good spot. I have a Time Vault in play. I have a Saga that's a must answer. I have a Bowmaster. Yeah, I mean, I have a Yogwill, but everything, you know, these are hard spells to resolve. I don't actually have that much mana anymore, and then I've used my Mana Vault as my Dark Ritual here. So this just pings down the Orc army, or I can just trade Orc armies. I think every point of life matters. And I don't think a 2/2 army matters. Five cards in my opponent's hand. They still have a Lurrus. They have no graveyard. We have 4 or 5 mana. A Mana Vault attack hitting us. A Time Vault in play. A Top in play. Stock Up in hand. Fetch in hand. And Yogwill in hand. DT. Oh, this is going to be a Wasteland. I think next turn's a Yogwill then. We just Yogwill back our Saga and a Stock Up. I guess we get Spell Pierced if we do that. We don't get Disputed. We just drew another Stock Up. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. If I get Spell Pierced, it's so bad for me, isn't it? I want to rebuy my Saga. I could just cast a Stock Up right now. It gets countered by everything, but it's probably just correct. I still, even if it gets countered by a Dispute, it still leaves me with a spin and a fetch and a spin, right? It's like, Yagwell's like my most powerful card. I don't want it to get countered here. Force. Pitching Spell Pierce. Yum, sometimes, man. Sometimes. I have 2 more Flusters in my deck, so I think I'm gonna spin. Lorien Fetch. I don't want these magic cards. I'm gonna get an Undercity Sewers. Is there anything that I could see on the top that I would draw? Like, I wouldn't force back here, right? So no. Oh, I should probably have left back the Orc army to make them pump. That was a mistake. I didn't even think about it until after I attacked all. Make them jump, I should say, because now they can, like, do a graveyard spell. That was just a mistake. I didn't really think about that. I mean, maybe I have theoretical chances of racing here. So maybe it's fine. They drew another Wasteland. And they drew a Null Rod. I should spin, right? I shouldn't use a sewers here. I did trip a force from my deck. Okay. I mean, that's not a bad card to draw from here. Okay. So they have 2 cards in hand. I think I would rather play one more stock up. I could Yogwill into a Saga, but I don't think I'm ready to do that yet. I'm going to get rid of the cards on top here because they were bad. Is there any reason I would want an Underground Sea? I guess maybe. Dress Down, Dismember. Yeah. I do want those magic cards. I also think they're F6, so... Oh, they weren't F6'd. But getting dazed here is actually super bad for me if I got dazed there. That was maybe a greedy play. I thought they were F6'd. By Lurrus. This is a close game now. Oh, they have another land too. I have to win. I'm at 5. I'm just like kind of worried because I have to dress down. Maybe it's fine. I guess I could start by paying full cost probe. Yeah, I mean, I can't cast a Dismember from my yard, though. I'm not going to have the life total to do that. I don't think I'm going to have the life total to do that. If they find a third land, I'm going to want to just dress down now. Oh, I hope this is good enough. I'm not worried about time. This game has like 3 more turns in it. Tops. One of us is going to die. I think I'm going to play the Snapcaster out of my yard. I think it's better than holding open dress down. Unless they draw like another land, I guess. They draw another land. Oh, no. Now they play Lurrus, play Frog. Uh-oh. So that was like the reason not to play Snapcaster, was I could dress down in response to this Lurrus so they can't get a Frog. Oh, no. Not like this. Oh, wait, Bowmaster. That's even worse for me. Okay, I think I might have lost the game there then. I had to go for a dress down on that turn in case they had another Wasteland in their hand. My bad, I guess. I can't even attack. It's all bad. I can't. I can't even dress down either because I get wastelanded. I think I threw the game. I think I threw the game. That's so disappointing. Sorry. This was a hard game. I feel like at some point I was supposed to... I think at some point I was supposed to buy Lurrus too. I don't know when that point would have been. But my opponent can just loop here, and I can't really play Construct Game with a dress down as my only card. I guess I can at least eat something this turn if I get the... Oh, I'm not getting to there. They have another frog in their hand. I see. That is not good for me. I played this game badly. I'm almost assuredly I played this game badly. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But I'm pretty sure I played the game badly. Oh, I actually can't even win from here now. I mean, the game would have been very different with Force Frog. I think the Null Rod was the biggest problem. We got Null Rod wastelanded in the same turn, right? It was pretty backbreaking. I fucked up here. I was supposed to cast this dress down. Because I can't actually block and win here, because they can just throw the frog into the air. And if I do this, then they have two ground attackers. So this has to draw me Chain of Vapor. I just didn't play very well. I feel like I just played terribly, is my problem here. Yeah, this still doesn't save me, so it doesn't actually matter. Sure. Could have had one more mana. It's fine. No, I must have played this game badly. There's just like no justifiable reason to lose this game. I think I just played badly. Yeah, it's just on me though. Like, it's just so on me. Played this first game really well. And then the second game, I think I was probably supposed to tap the trainer and just make a... So the problem is, like, I can't hit Flusterstorm and protect my Lorien revealed, right? I don't know. I still kind of like kicking the trainer there. I don't know. I feel like I played the beginning of this game really well. Obviously, we could have forced this frog here. I just think it's so bad to force frog, and we're so overwhelmingly favored from this game, this standpoint. No, I'm never ever countering this frog. No, I like this spot. No, this is fine. Like, obviously they get a frog and it's annoying, but like, it's not a big deal. Like, we're just in such a commanding position from here. What did I force? I forced an ancestral. This ancestral getting forced. I don't know. They're down so low on cards. Feels fine. Bowmaster Saga, and then they found a Wasteland. This is fine. This is all fine. I played around the Spell Pierce. I got the Force and the Spell Pierce out of their hand. I missed on that, so I fetched. That's fine. And then they drew Null Rod. They drew Null Rod even after I forced their Ancestral. It's not great. And then I got Wastelanded. Yeah, I got Null Rod Wastelanded. And then I had no mana left. I stalked again, and this stock up was Dress Down Dismember, which is fine. Tutored for Null Rod with what? No, they tutored for a Wasteland, didn't they? Or was it? Where were they tutored? No, they tutored for a Wasteland to kill Saga. They just naturaled the Null Rod. Or the other way around. One of the two. It's fine. I mean, I did make the mistake at the very end there where I still think, I guess this played into days. I can't play around days. I'm like fucking Null Rod locked. The Null Rod turn, I could have gotten rid of my top. I could have fetched. Well, I didn't want to do that, though. I wanted to spin and find a force. Oh, I mean, I think I'm supposed to be attacking. Maybe. I don't know. I'm more worried about this turn. So this was the one. Okay, I don't even hate the way I played most of this, but this turn I made a choice where I Yogg-Willed back Saga Snap, but I didn't have to do that. I could have just Yogg-Willed and held up and Dress Down. I need to play around my opponent just having a 5th land, right? It's kind of unlikely that they have a 5th land, right? It has to be another Wasteland or maybe like a basic if they kept a basic in. Like, am I supposed to be playing around? Am I supposed to really be playing around my opponent having this 5th land in this turn after, like, I mean, I shouldn't have played the Snapcaster. It's just doesn't do enough. I don't know. I was like 6 life, 5 life. But like, if I see them play this Wasteland, I can then play Dress Down. Means they can't bring back a Lurrus that turn. We draw an extra card. They tapped like badly, right? They tapped, not badly, but they tapped their Wasteland, so they can't actually hit my Saga. So I turn off that for a turn. I get in an attack for 4. And then I make a construct, and I have this extra draw. Oh, I would have drawn Force of Will for fucking Lurrus? Maybe I would have gotten dazed. Oh, maybe my Dress Down gets dazed. Wow, I think I just played so badly, though. I think the Snapcaster play was what lost me the game. I think I played all the way. I think we played fine all the way to the Snapcaster 20 minutes in. And I just made the wrong choice, which is really weird because I was intending to dress down this entire time. But I think I just like saw the Snapcaster in my yard and like wanted to max value. I also like, I don't know, like the 5th land is really rough for me there. But I can't win after this point, really. Like, not only is it 5th land, it's 5th land wasteland for my Saga, right? It's so bad for me. But I mean, I definitely made the wrong play. There's just no reason to put the Snapcaster in play. It's not good enough. This I should have let resolve. And tried to play towards the next turn here. This was just... I think I was just flustered at this point. I should have let this frog resolve. And then I should have... end of turn dress down. That gives me... We don't know what it gives me, but... a lot of mana. It doesn't look like I win, but... I mean, I was definitely flustered at this point because I made the wrong choice on the Snapcaster. But yeah, so if I had to go back, I would just simply not play the Snapcaster out of my yard. And I don't think I'd play end of turn dress down. I think I will get dazed if I get dazed here. Because it's... I'm just like always priced into... Maybe I am just supposed to end up... I don't want to show them that I have a dress down, though. I want them to cast the Lurrus, probably. But I can't like afford to get... I kind of thought they were getting a frog back here for some reason, but obviously they're going to get a Bowmaster back. I'm not really sure we win the game. Like, I guess theoretically, if dress down resolves and then subsequently force resolves, then it's like pretty nuts, right? I get, I don't even get wastelanded. Do I even want a construct though? I could buy a Lurrus. Like at some point I need to like Lurrus and loop dress down on them, but I actually don't have enough mana to Lurrus loop dress down on them. No, I mean, we did all right up until the point where I threw the game. So I don't know. You know, in Magic, you make one wrong decision and you lose because of it. So I wouldn't say we did all right. I would categorize this as a failure from my point of view, but it's okay. All right, here we go. Round 3 in the O2 bracket. We got Gimli, who plays a bunch of vintage, so rough start for them as well. This hand's great. Turn 1 stock up. This is my first mana crypt of the tournament, right? That does seem like a problem, right? Like if I'm out here and I'm not hitting mana crypts, it's not a good sign. Ooh. Definitely don't want second opal. So I'm gonna go with stock up force. Because I can't actually PO yet unless I vamp. I don't want to vamp though. I think I just want stock up force. I'm gonna play this out, but it's not gonna do anything. My opponent was F6 there. So I'll have to see what he's playing. I kind of played this C because I'm okay with getting wastelanded in this spot. We kind of had a similar spot last round where Arkin asked if I wanted to play an underground C and get wastelanded. This is a very different spot, I think. Wonder what Gimli's up to. Because he was definitely F6 on that opening turn. Ancient Tomb. Maybe just flush Raker Shops. Sure. I'm going to let that resolve. Fair enough. I will counter Scrawly Crawly here. Uh-oh. I will counter the One Ring here. I don't think I want to vamp. It's kind of why I took the stock up in the first place. Interesting. I think I'd still rather cast stock up first. Ancestral PO. Trainer Yogwill. Kind of wanted a Mox here. I cast 2 stock ups and had no Moxen in them, right? It's not ideal. The problem is this force is basically useless because I'm going to go Bobble, turn on the Opal, cast Ancestral, right? And then try to win the game on the next turn. Just go for the 2 action spells. I don't think I can, like, afford to not play Bobble first. And, like, hope. Maybe I could. What if I just Ancestral right now? Is that greedy? It's very greedy. I did just fetch all those cards that I put on the bottom away. All right, I'm going to play the Bobble. Okay, I didn't draw any Moxen anyways. All right, well, if my opponent has a Flesh Raker combo or a Volt Key here, they win. They have a Patchwork Automaton. I don't give a shit. All right. So, are we vamping for a Soul Ring or for a Mana Vault here? Is it worth it? I feel like it's worth it. I guess I could do a key because a key is free. No, I want to save a blue mana. Get a Mana Vault. I'm gonna get Mana Vault because I have to be able to play it through Bobble to get full value here. Let's play top 2. And I'll activate, hold priority, PO for 5. Oh, now my deck's doing all this stuff. Mox, Mox, Mana Vault, top, Probe, I guess. PO. Would rather save the mana than play a Bobble. That should win, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Another PO. Hey, look, my deck, it's working. Maybe my deck isn't bad. Oh, I did not mean to crack that. Oh, that was nice of it. Pew. All right, there's a DT. Ugh. All right. Yup. All right. I would definitely have liked to see Raker Shops in the first 2 rounds of the tournament. I find that matchup to be about as good as any matchup could possibly be. It's the problem I have with Raker Shops is that I have too many cards that I want to play because they're all good against it. I have like 11 cards in my sideboard to bring in for the matchup. don't really know how to reconcile that. I definitely did not do any mappings before today. I'd figure it out. Seems fine. Maybe this is a little bit too low on mana. We'll see. It is really annoying that I just like simply have all cards that are good against the deck. But that's kind of what happens when you're like a creature-based artifact combo deck that draws cards. Like everything is good against you. Did I scam Jarvis too? Did like Jarvis record? GG. Oh, okay. I don't know. I feel like I could have done things better in my losses. Felt like I wasn't playing to the level that needed to happen. Stupid fucking Undercity Sewers. I mean, I'm keeping this hand anyways. Hand's still good. Just would be better if this Undercity Sewers was an island. The classic Urza Saga problem. All right, what we got? What we got? What we got? Maestro's Workshop. Scrawly Bally? No. Man, if I had a normal island here, I'd let this One Ring resolve because I have a needle. But they are on 2 cards left, so I'll just counter it. I think I can take the PO this time, though. I don't actually think I want a force. I just knew my luck, Corey. I knew I wouldn't have it. Now we Scrawly Bally? Oh, another monolith. Another ring? Oh, a Flesh Raker. Okay. I mean, that's whatever. Yeah, I don't know about this deck, chat. It's like bad Jewel. How are you gonna make a deck that's bad Jewel? I don't get it. Clearly, we should not be making decks that are bad Jewel. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how this is a playable deck that people choose to register. I'm gonna be evil Justin today. I think I'm just gonna start by stocking up. Hey, look, the game ended. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, my opponent's deck doesn't function. Nothing matters. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm not a Raker Shops believer. Let's put it that way. My deck, I did draw really a lot better these games than I did last games. But it also has a lot better matchup, so. At least I know my deck is powerful. We got that going for us. I don't know. My deck is really strong. I'm just 0-2. All right, welcome to round 4. We're still gaming. I have a cat. I'm versus Toxic Cat, who also has a cat. A toxic cat, almost. Cat versus cat. Okay. I'm in. I'm down. 8-rounder. We just missed 9 rounds. 209 players. Big event. Very big event. You too, Toxic Cat. You too. Mold to 6. What's my play here? I wonder if it's just sewers. Probably not. I want to get around Spell Pierce. I guess it's just fetch. Soul Ring. I'm supposed to play a Lantern and cycle it. I feel like I am. All right, not bad, not bad. I mean, it's not that good. It's not bad. Play a little bit of a slower one here. Emerald, huh? Okay, maybe a combo with Lurrus matchup then. Trainer. All right, so we're up against some unlucky monkey style. Mana Vault, that's a good one. Bobble's a good one. What's my top card? Is it good? Key. It's not bad. I mean, it's not good. Flusterstorm. Lurrus with Flusterstorm, yeah? I guess so. Bit of an anemic hand, all things considered, but I think that's okay. Uh-oh. My opponent's going off. Stock up. Stock down. PO, 5. No, 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 no! My opponents are what? Yeah, I mean, I kept a kind of an anemic hand, right? Now they have force. You can buy Lurrus. Oh, play another trainer. You still have a Mana Vault. They're not playing the Mana Vault out. Interesting. Oh, just resolved. Interesting. So they didn't have another blue card. I mean, I can't counter an actual spell with this Flusterstorm, so I don't know if it matters very much. I was not expecting my opponent to suddenly jump to 7,000 mana, you know? Those definitely hit me. If I block and they like replay Lurrus, replay it, it's like pretty bad for me. Okay, all right, this is a good sign. This is a good sign. I got rid of the bauble with my lantern. We can still play this game. If we win this game, it'd be so good for us. There's no way, right? They're holding up Hardcast Force at the moment. There's no way we can win this game, right? I'm gonna PO. All right, 2 cards, 2 unknowns in their hand. So what do I need to hit here? Kind of need to hit like Mox Academy PO. Lotus would be good. Oh, they had Force Blue card as well. Oh, I got them to pitch a PO to this though. So they chose not to PO. Okay, I mean, it means they have absolutely nothing left, right? I need to fade. I need to fade. I need to fade one turn. I need to fade. Can I fade? Can I fade one turn? Can I fade one? Please, game. Oh, I can't fade one turn, man. No! I almost won this game. Fuck. I had to fade a single turn. Any mocks, any land? It's so gross. This is the second time today where my opponent had no cards on top and drew one of the best possibles, right? I also got Ancestral off the top at 0 cards. Ugh. Yeah. I was so close. They didn't even have that many POs left, right? Oh, no, I guess they did. They only pitched 1 PO. Oh, they're not bricking. They're drawing through their deck and killing me. Oh, I was really happy that we like played the. Honestly, our hand was a little on the anemic side, but it's not a hand that I really like to mulligan versus another Lurrus deck. And we got to a point where we were actually in contention to win the game. I feel like we had a very good chance of winning the game. Like maybe it's like a 50-50 or something. Like their deck does have a lot of draw cards in it, right? It would be like 3 POs, 4 stock ups, Ancestral, 8, Flames of Enor, 9, 10, 11, maybe. I mean, it was probably favorable for us, is what I'm trying to say. But they hit a stock up and we died immediately because stock up is pretty good. Okay, Postboard versus Monkey deck. Flusterstorms. Negation. Dress down. I don't think I actually like Bowmaster. But maybe we'll try Bowmaster. I feel like this is, if there's ever a time to try it, we can try it here. Island, Vamp, Lantern, negation, negation chain, and I guess we don't need a momentum breaker if I have Bowmaster. Try that. Ah, man, I felt so good about that. We put a nice slow game. We had such a way less powerful hand than our opponent. Came into a good spot and then just whack. Stock up. Okay. Try again. All you gotta do. I could bring him. I could keep Momentum Breaker. I don't know. I want to try these Bowmasters. I don't think they're good. Against like non-Bowmaster decks and like PO mirrors. I'm not really. I don't know. I don't think they're good enough, but we'll try. What are the aversions? Oh, I don't have to play 4 colors of mana for no reason. I get free wins on Vault Key. I have better answers. I'm more consistent. I guess I'm maybe not more consistent because they have more draw spells. But like it's just more powerful because their deck is like built to play a long controlling game, and I'm not really trying to do that. I'm like, I think the black tutor setup is stronger cards. You have very nice mana base. It's mostly about mana base for me because I think Wasteland is what runs Vintage for the most part. And if you're just out there playing like 1 Tundra, 2 Volcanics, 2 Seas to play a bunch of different spells, it's just pretty silly. But they have a lot of fetches to get around that. They have a lot of draw spells and stuff like that. So I don't know. It works for them. It's not really my flavor of deck. Like if you made a combo control spectrum, their deck is like much more on the combo, the controlling end of the combo control decks, and my deck is a little bit more, I would say somewhere in the middle. Like it's definitely not full combo, but I would say it's like a very hybrid deck. I think I want to get Saga going and not hold up Flusterstorm on turn 1. Though I think I should have played the Ruby first because now my opponent can counter it if they are feeling up to it. Which, I mean, that would be very, very aggressive, but they could do it. Yeah. But I mean, like, even, like, your PO deck could be more combo-oriented, right? Like, you can play Tinker, Citadel, no Lurrus, barely any removal. Am I just dead? I'm just gonna, like, get punished for not playing Flusterstorm on turn 1 because my opponent has Mana Crypt Mox? Okay, my bad. My bad. My bad. I should have known. Sorry. Sorry. I should have held up Flusterstorm on turn 1. Sorry. My bad. Pyroblast backup. I Pearl. I have Volcanic, Opal. Sure. It's a good draw, though. I could have bought Lurrus there. I mean, I chose not to keep Flusterstorm open so I could play a like more cohesive, longer game. I didn't think there would be a lot of times where having Force and not Flusterstorm up on turn 1 would be a bad thing, but my opponent had a top percent draw. The good news is if I make enough constructs here, I might just win anyways. Like, these things might not be able to tempo me out. Yeah, I know. My opponent drew really well, but, like, that doesn't mean I'd made the wrong play. Classic draw the dress down with my construct game plan. I should have maybe bought Lurrus last turn instead of holding open dress down. You did not save PO for right now. You're crazy, opponent. You're wild. I think we might win this game. Are we winning this game? I guess they can steal back the initiative or whatever, but don't they die? Not kicked. Oh, I can't dress this down because I would lose my constructs. They got a demonic tutor, and then they cast another trainer because they're trying not to die. Ancestral recall. So they have demonic ancestral in their hand. I think we're winning this game. Maybe? I still have a PO. Are they attack alling here to try to get me to block with my Bowmasters? No, they're not attacking at all. Okay. Now what do we do? Yeah, maybe that was a bad play. I don't think I'm cracking my Lotus. Well, if I'm picking up my Lurrus, I guess I like. Oh, so if my opponent casts an Ancestral in response and finds a PO, I could like theoretically. I guess I couldn't really dress down anyways. Should float, I think. In case I draw hard cast force. I would always pitch cast force, it's fine. What was this? Turn 1, 4th for 5? I should have done this pre-combat. It was just wrong. Okay. I should have just done this pre-combat. I don't think I played this game very well again. I think this turn I just pre-combat a force or a PO because they have to respond by ancestral no matter what. I can get like a ton of constructs. I can shoot down blockers. It was just really bad. I don't know why I was thinking I wanted to attack first. I also like I'm thinking like maybe I don't want to Lotus crack because maybe I want to dress down, but then I still want to do that, so I'm pretty surprised we beat five knights, but I guess we did have our saga. Okay, that's wild. Try again. All right, cat. Maybe I'll have a nice, beautiful opener. Well, where are my broken 1% openers? I want some. Gimme, gimme. I mean, this is not a snap keep, but it is a keep. I think Saga would be better as an island here, but that's kind of how I feel about most sagas. What is going on? Opponent! Stop! You have Pyroblast? That's why the only reason you float red, right? All right. Constructs it is. You're right. Double Force does line up against strong draws. I see your vision now, Log. I see the vision. Trainer? Banger. Mishra's Bauble. Crack or no crack? Crack. Is my top card good? Anyone know? It is actually fine. It's good against the top deck Ancestral. That's fine. Tap land. Nami wouldn't approve. Top on top. Oh, on top. Tap land on top. All right. Construct. Kind of want to have a land, maybe, so I can have a Flusterstorm, maybe. I don't even know if that's good. I guess it is, because Flusterstorm does cover me here. Now I have Fluster and Negation up. I guess they knew I had Fluster, right? All right, this game looks locked, right? We're just playing Lurrus Control with our one Saga, all counter spells. Oh, maybe knows Negation as well as Fluster. It's possible. A Braid on my Lurrus. Counter it. Yeah, maybe there's something to this Lurrus Control deck, yeah? Maybe there's something happening here. Let's start with an Undersea Sewers in case we mill over a good artifact or creature. I can't believe we're going to win this set. I'm very surprised. Well, we'll take it, I guess. Let's go for the 6-2 run back. 0262 salty run back. Manifold Key. Straight to the yard with that one, baby. There you go, tap land. There you go, tap surveil land. What a beast. I have vigilance and constructs. Unblockable constructs. I think we won the game. PO for one? No. That's it. Illegal. GG's. I don't understand anymore. I know nothing. Okay, welcome to round 5 of 8. Maybe got a little Lurrus PO action going on here. See what happens. This hand does not function. A classic. Is this going to be a monkey PO or my PO? Monkey PO. All right. Mulligan. I accept. I'm going to get rid of the black card in my all blue mana hand. Saga Gaming. 7-card Saga Gaming. And a Mana Crypt. And a Lurrus. And a Lurrus. And a Mox. All right. Okay, sure. We're popping off. I feel like this is a start off with a time walk angle so that we can theoretically PO after we stock up. Let's see where we go. All right, to my next turn. Force. I guess I could theoretically buy and not play Lurrus. I feel like pretty pressured though. I feel like I would rather just stock up. All right, they did have Force. Pitching Spell Pierce. Interesting. Yeah. I don't really feel like I was supposed to play that differently. I will buy Lurrus. I can play this Lurrus next turn by untapping my Jet with Key. So drawing a blue card for Force might be decent. Drawing a recurable thing might be decent. Looks like they don't have any follow-ups. Just Force and Constructs, but they will get a Lotus here. Okay. So let's play this out, and then I kind of want to get an Undercity Sewers with that, theoretically. So maybe I will just Untap this. So could I have played this with force backup, I guess? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'd be short. All right. So if I hit something I can return with the sewers, it'd be pretty good. I did. Oh, Undercity Sewers, common W. Where's not me? Where is not me? I just Undercity Sewers, a trainer to give me a blue card for my force. Oh my lord. What a beast. Ancestral Recall. Okay, common Sewers, tap land W. Big. Also, they can't attack me because I can just block with the trainer and replay it every turn. I feel like I just got really lucky. Hopefully I don't have to pitch this Ancestral, but we'll see what happens. If my opponent goes for like Construct, Lotus, Lurrus, I feel like I just let that resolve. I'm in a better spot, right? What are we thinking, opponent? What are we thinking? Man, that was a really good Thunder Trap trainer, huh? Looks like we got constructs happening. I wonder if they'll go for like key to try to attack and win, but that feels really silly, right? Yeah, just Lotus. But it means these things can't really attack. Really? That doesn't sound right, opponent. I mean, maybe they have to try to get in, but like, it's so good for me. I guess they could kill the Lurrus, maybe? Momentum Breaker? Or just play Lurrus? I'm winning from this spot, right? If I just force this Lurrus, I'm winning from this spot. I'm just forcing this. Oh, they had force backup. Okay. Got rid of a stock up. Do they have a PO or something? They have Ancestral? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess I'm losing. My bad. I didn't realize their hand would be force stock up Ancestral Time Walk. This has been quite the tournament, huh? I think I'm dead. Have they even returned? I guess they did return Lotus for that. I thought we were so winning. And then we weren't. I guess they just get a PO here and win, yeah? Wow. I mean, my opponent's hand was so good. Saga, Force, Ancestral, Time Walk, Stonka. It was nice. Mana Crypt, Nox. I should try one of those hands. Seems good. I can't imagine we win now. I'm assuming my opponent is simply going to go for a PO, yeah? Black Lotus, PO back 3. And now I'm in like a really bad spot because I don't actually have any action. I thought I'd be able to untap and play a trainer. Sure. All right, see what they chose to get. I guess if they have a Yogwill in their deck, it's a pretty damn good Yogwill. Considering they have a Vampiric Tutor, they might have one. Brainstorm? Huh? Brainstorm? That's interesting. Fetch Yogwill. Merchant PO? Merchant Force? Maybe just Merchant Force wins. They shuffled away, so they're going to have whatever's on this Merchant Scroll +1. Negation. Negation? Why not Force of Will? Maybe their other card is Force of Will? I don't know. I'll kick a trainer. Yeah, so their other card was Force of Will. It's really bad for me. I mean, it could have gone a lot worse for me. I feel like if my opponent did have a load, maybe they don't have Yogg-Will, but I feel like Yogg-Will would have been so sick there. Attacking is bad because I'll go to 11 and then they'll kill me. All right, I mean, I still have outs here. Like I have a block into an untap and win. So they do have Undercity Stewards. Okay, so they're probably playing my list. So I would have gone for a Yogg-Will kill then. Seems like that would have made a lot of sense. Oh, I guess they can draw a Mox and then play a Mox from their yard. That also kills me. No, that doesn't kill me. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go to 1 and block this Lurrus. Yeah, I'll go to 1. Okay. So they have 1 card in hand. And I have a top deck here. Survey says. I just can't, bro. Everyone else, when they're in this spot, they draw Staka, they draw Ancestral, they draw PO, they draw Demonic Tutor. But me, I draw Force of Negation. How's that fair to anybody? Come on, man. Like, has anything flipped my way this tournament? I feel like nothing has. Like shouldn't something go my way? I feel like something should go my way. Draw better, you idiot. Yeah, true. True. I don't know. That was a winnable game again. Though I do think if my opponent had a Yogg-Will, they could have just gone Ancestral Time Walk in 1, right? So if they do have a Yogg-Will, they should probably have gone for that on the Vamp. I don't know. I'm pretty happy that we were in a spot to win that game multiple times, so even though we didn't get there. This seems fine. I'm keeping these like pretty medium hands. I don't actually want constructs in this game, so I will just send a Saga fast. I did. I named like 6 different good cards that we could have drawn, and we drew Force of Negation. Yeah, Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Sure. What is happening, man? I'm getting my butt kicked. Now I don't have anything. I'm gonna lose the constructs. My bad. My bad. I should have played better cards in my deck. My bad. It's my fault. Should have played better cards. It's a pretty good draw, but I don't know if it matters. I mean, clearly the problem was I didn't Force of Will the Black Lotus knowing that my opponent had no blue mana. That's my fault. I should have seen that coming. Oh no. Should I get a Vexing Bauble? At least it insulates me against a force. Oh, they're playing around Needle? Yeah, I did not bring in Needle against you. But I also did just pitch my dress down, which was my only way to beat these construct tokens. So hard cast, mental misstep. All right, I see a line. I think I need to crack this bauble, though. Because I'll be a mana short next turn anyways. I feel like I need to give myself a chance to draw a force here. Okay, they're not on my list. They have a Spell Pierce and a Mindbreak Trap, but they do look like they're on blue-black. All right, well, that's really bad for me, because I have to win a game the normal way now, and I don't have any dress downs in my deck, because I had to pitch one to force when I got turn 1. Maybe I should have just played out my thing without cracking. I was not playing around Mindbreak Trap, though. I mean, they have key construct, and I boarded out all my ways to remove constructs, right? Besides sync, maybe. So I'm pretty dead. I don't know. I just can't beat these hands, right? Like, what am I realistically doing against a hand like this? Dying. I'm just gonna try to high roll off of a time walk here. Like, time walk into something that is good and lets me do more things. Like, Lotus plus Yogwill or something. Or that, sure. I can draw through my whole deck. I think I can win. No, I just have force blue card. I mean, of course, sure, of course, why not? They have brain freeze. Oh, I see. They're breach. That's why they didn't have Yagwell. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Losing to breach without ever seeing breach. Based. Okay, I mean, there wasn't much I was gonna be able to do here. Was this drawing me? These 3 cards? Oh god, I would have died anyways. Okay, I don't know. I think that's it for me. I don't think I want to play anymore today. Yeah. I don't really feel like it was that much of a deck problem. Like, we didn't run very hot, true, but in general, there were like just a lot of small things that could have been done to give us like a little bit higher chances. And then our opponents had some very, very powerful draws. I definitely had some of the early matches versus Control. I feel like I made significant errors, or at least things that appeared like significant errors. Definitely like the dress down instead of the Snapcaster instead of the dress down is the one that comes out in my head as being like one of the worst plays. I'll have to stop and reevaluate if I want to play this deck again for the LCQs. If I don't stream the LCQs, then I definitely get a little bit more leeway in terms of range, where I can surprise people with my deck list. When I'm streaming, you don't really get any surprise, so there's not a lot of value in doing that. It's just better to play the deck that I think is going to be the best for me. Kinda Discover and Sauce Claudio, yeah. So, unlucky, unfortunate, and obviously not the level of play required to win this tournament. That is the last showcase of the year, but there will be 3 LCQs that I will play in the coming days. Sunday, 6 p.m., Monday, 8 p.m., and if I can find time off, Tuesday at 10 a.m. I don't know if those will all be streamed, but I will certainly try recording all of them and putting those up on the YouTube channel, where there will be more vintage content like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.